Now, I want to thank you first of all for all the good comments and the views that we're getting on the Jabra Elite 65T. I have several comparisons that are still coming, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can get updated as they become available and published before anyone else does. Now, great comments and also views on the Jabra Elite as we did the comparison to the Icon, right? The Icon X from Samsung. And been getting questions about, well, how do they compare to the Google Pixel? So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to compare the two so that you can hear the audio quality. We'll talk about how they fit. We'll talk about the music playback. We're not going to go into some of the unique features that the Pixel Buds have when it comes to integration with the Assistant, because that's not really a fair comparison. And I don't know how many of you are actually using the translate capability. But for the most part, these two can access the Google Assistant the same. This one just has a higher bit of integration, which we're not going to get into. So really, the focus is going to be about fit, audio quality, battery life, and how does it do for doing phone calls. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about these devices. Things I'm going to do during this review, which is a little bit different than the last one, is that the majority of the review is going to be done wearing the Google Pixel and the Buds in the outside, so you can hear and have a longer audio sampling. Now, a couple things that we didn't cover while we were outside was the actual cases themselves. So you do have two charging cases, and you can see by the dimensions, one is, one is more rectangular in shape and the other one is more square with rounded corners. One is of a soft material, the other one is of a hard case. This one is using USB-C to charge. This is using micro USB. That's one thing I wish Jabra would have changed. They do have charging indicators. This one is on the outside. This one is in the inside. This one does not have any kind of pairing button in here. However, one of the things that you'll find with the Pixel is that when you open these up, here, and it's a little hard to see, but let's get a little bit closer. You see it right there on the side? There is a pairing button that you can press and hold. And the biggest change I would say is with this case is that it has a magnetic closure. This is kind of a snapped close. To open it, what you do is you press the sides, and then this pops up open easily, and then you can see the LED indicator also on the inside. Now, both of these cases are really easy to pocket. You can see that they're not really that big. So this is something that you can put in your front pocket, back pocket. They're reasonably crush-proof. I wouldn't say that super crush-proof, but if that's something that you had to do, you could go ahead and do that. Definitely in a jacket, purse, or backpack. They will charge your earbuds when you put them in. Now, the only difference is that the Jabra are going to give you that fast charging. So you're going to get for just a couple minutes of charge, you're going to get almost an hour and a half worth of charge. That is not the case with the Google Pixel Buds. So there's nothing that's documented that talks about fast charging capabilities, and that's kind of I would say a shortcoming of the Buds themselves. So this is going to give you longer usage because it charges so quickly. So if you just put them in the case for 10 minutes, you've extended really quick. Not going to be the case with the Google Pixel Buds. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the inside or the Buds themselves. So we'll take these out. You'll notice that they go in your ear, but they don't really go as deep into your ear canal as the Jabra Elite do. And because of that, you have not so good noise isolation. You have this right here that allows you to create a loop to conform it to your ear. They're very lightweight, and they stay in your ear normally when you're just walking, but when you're doing some heavy activity, I found that they do fall out.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys, so I've been getting a lot of requests about the Google Pixel Buds, so you're going to hear the audio quality outside. Cold in Chicago. We just had another big snow. And a couple things I just wanted to highlight about the Pixel Buds. First of all, from call quality, you can hear the audio quality. It's kind of windy here in the city, as well as you can see the cars passing by, so you can get a sense of what the audio pickup is going to be. Second, from a music perspective, great bass, mids and highs, but horrible noise isolation. So I'm really not immersed in the music because I hear everything that's going on around me. And there's really no way to seal off your ears because they really don't go really deep. Battery life is 5 hours, but it lacks any kind of quick charge. And I find that, while you can see them right there, that they can fall out relatively easy, even though you have those loops there that keep them in place. These are ported, but again, they're at the same price point as a Jabra Elite. So let's check out the Jabra Elite. All right, so now we're using the Jabra Elite 65T, and you can see how they look in my ear. And we'll talk about overall audio quality. So you can hear windy. I'm in Chicago. Just finished the snow. I'm out in the open. You can hear maybe some of the cars passing by. And let's talk about overall audio quality. From an audio perspective, and let's actually focus on the music. Music, great. You have good bass, not as deep as what you get with the Pixel, but what this makes up for is noise isolation. So you can really get a good feel and not really hear what's going on around you. That kind of makes up for the bass. You have great mids, you have great highs, and once again, with that noise isolation that I'm getting, it makes up for the lack of the heavy bass like I saw on the Pixel. Now, they don't fall out, so I'm going to shake my head. Kind of hurts after a while, but they don't fall out, and they survive my workouts without any issue. Now, while the Google Pixel only has an IPX rating of 4, the IP rating for the Jabra Elite is IP55, which is a higher rating. And this is not the Jabra Elite Sport. We're going to go ahead and request a Sport from Jabra because we've been getting a lot of requests on that comparison from a fitness perspective to the Gear Icon. But again, these have a higher rating. Now, the price point, again, is very similar, but as you can tell by the audio quality, my experience, I just find it to be a little bit better here, especially with the noise isolation. So this should give you a good sense of what to expect from the two earbuds.
So guys, that concludes our review of the Google Pixel Buds compared to the Jabra Elite 65T. I am getting a lot of requests on this next review that is coming. So we're going to be creating a review on the Braggy Dash Pro to the Jabra Elite 65T. And I'm also putting in a request for the active version, as I'm also getting a request on the comparison of the active to some of the other sports earbuds that I have. So stay tuned, make sure you hit subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.